So I'm going to assume that you have heard the standard TV news tips for cold weather driving because you hear the exact same ones every year. Instead, we are going to transport you to the cold weather driving future, electric vehicles. Our Steve Stager set out to learn how they do in this weather.
I can actually set my car to start before I even come out.
Forget about those puffing laws. Marlene Strickland says she can get her Ford Mustang Mach-E nice and cozy right here in the garage, with the door up before she has to drive away. Even in this bitter cold, and the drive in the snow isn't all that different from her gas cars of the past.
It actually does better in snow than my Dodge Durango did.
The battery makes the car heavier. The weight is better balanced, she says. The only real difference in sub-zero temperatures is how far she can go on one charge.
The range does drop about 30%. But if you think about your daily average drive, you're going to the grocery store, you're running errands, you may be going into work.
It's a chemical reaction, so it slows down how fast the electrons can move within the battery.
Nigel Zeed is an expert in electric vehicles.
They do well. They will lose some range for sure.
Perhaps not an expert in dressing for sub-zero winters.
This is just how I am. This doesn't really bother me as long as my core is warm.
Much like his legs, he will tell you batteries operate differently in the cold.
But certainly it slows down. Just like your phone will lose more charge if you left it out now, or a flashlight battery.
But he also says you're never really driving the full range of your battery anyway. And if you do, you've just got to adapt to EV life.
If you've driven 250 miles, aren't you going to want to stretch your legs, have a cup of tea, you know, have some biscuits or something?
Sounds lovely. Both Nigel and Marlene are used to the questions.
And if you're stopped in traffic, the only thing your battery's doing is keeping the car warm. You know, your seat heaters, it's using very little battery.
And they have tons of answers.
The goal of what we have to do now is have to help explain EV living to people, because it is slightly different.
One other difference, if you don't park your EV in the garage, Marlene says it's not going to melt the snow off the hood when you turn it on. Doesn't get as warm up there. Bottom line, not much of a difference between gas and electric cars on a day like today.
To hear him talk about EV living, though, there are the subtle lifestyle changes that people have to make in terms of a trade-off for going to the gas station.
That's the big concern that they say so many people have when they talk to them. It's that idea of you only have 250 miles, 350 miles worth of battery per charge. But think about how much you use your car on a day-to-day basis. Like, your daily commute's probably not 250 miles, and if it is, you're probably going to need a stretch at some point during that 250-mile commute when you need to kind of charge up and get ready for the next thing.
How'd your e-bike do today, Steve?
Did not operate.
No?
No.
No?
No.
Thought that was an all-weather vehicle.
Gas car all the way,
unfortunately. Got it.
Yeah.
Burning those dead dinosaurs today, keeping the e-bike at home. Thank you, Steve.